to us of all, it gives us a kind of a microscope to look at our history. And I think we need a very good analysis of that. So it's also, the good part of it is that it has opened our eyes to the terrible realities of today. I represent the Free Palestine movement, which is fighting very strongly for the situation in Palestine. We're trying to do what we can to wake people's awareness. And I think you made mention of that. Because in a way, the struggle in Palestine rings bells when I listen to what is happening, and what you all were saying. It opens our eyes to our own struggle. The strong struggle against imperialism, against capitalism, and against the economies that strangle exploitativeness. Capitalism has to have war. The kind of economies that they're trying to build requires war, which requires violence, which requires repression to keep people down. But I just want to stress one little point, and that is, and I'm not going to give that much time. I'm a priest, I'm an Anglican priest. I'm now retired. And for a short time I was a chaplain at Trinity College. I worked there. And one of the duties of a chaplain is to be able to fill in if the teacher is not present. And it was ninth grade, not very shady, history. And I said, look, I can certainly stand in, but I'd like to have a look at the syllabus, what the lesson for the day was. And it was ninth standard, and it represented the Sri Lanka's modern history from 1948. So very grand, this is a government issued book, textbook. And it says very clearly, 1948, we win our independence. We fought the British, we won independence. When it wasn't the case at all. It was handing over, the British handed over to their puppets here, the class, like the Senanayakas and the Bandaranayakas and the Vijayavotas and the Javanas. And the first thing that the so-called father of the nation, D.S. Senanayaka, did was to take away the citizenship of the Tamil estate labor. Why? Because they were becoming communists, because they were going to the left, progressive, go to the fair and the whole lot. This is not mentioned. Not even mentioned what happened to the estate Tamil people. 56, Mr. Bandaranayaka restores the, the people of this country, the Sinhala people, of their culture and their language. The struggle against, the protests of Shilvanayakam and people like that, not even mentioned. Not mentioned. This is the textbook that they are using in school. And then after that, 58 never happened. It's not even mentioned. 1958 never took place. In 59, Mr. Bandaranayaka was assassinated and he was shot by an unknown gunman. An unknown gunman gets into Grosvenor Place and shoots Mr. Bandaranayaka. This is how it is fought. And I can go on. 1971, there was the youth uprising, the insurrection, a terrorist movement was crushed. That's finished. It was just one sentence or two sentences. Then in 83 never happened. 83 not mentioned. Right. But I remember in 83, Mr. J.R. Jayawardena getting on television after the riots and the pogrom that took place of killing Tamil people in Vellavattu. He made a statement. He said, this is a justifiable reaction of the Sinhala people against Tamil terrorism. This is a justifiable reaction. And of course, I think you gave a masterly analysis of the rest of that. I mean, 78 was something that was coming. Mr. J.R. Jayawardena's nickname among the leftists earlier was Yankee Dick, because he was always close to the Americans and that way of system, that kind of thinking. So my question is, not my question, the point I want to make is, we must, in your struggle, in your battle against, and I'm in total solidarity with with you, and I should not be joining you all, we must transform and change, radically change our system of education. Because that is brainwashing our people. It's brainwashing our people. Torres, you remember the famous educationist pedagogue of the oppressed, he said, the purpose is to train people to think, to be critical, and to be able to research and to look at things, which is not happening at all. So I just want to say that, and I just want to thank you for this opportunity. And any help that I can give, I would certainly give. And I hope that your movement and our Free Palestine movement may work together. That when we have our demonstrations and we have our seminars, that you will come and join us. And we will certainly love to be in touch with you and your struggle, which I think is a very important one, and I am in total solidarity. Thank you.
තව කෙනෙක් තුරු දෙන්නෙක්ට පුළුවන් කෙටියෙන් තමගේ අදහසක් දක්වන්න